The next topic for the day is interviews should have a moderator. Undisclosed product. And let's go ahead and check this out. Rant incoming. Thanks for warning us. He says he worked his ass off to get interviews and everything is going well. When he had a first interview with Uber, where the director PM was on his phone while talking to him and decided to ding me, and then this meta interviewer came late and kept rushing me through the interview, not letting me complete my answers and jumping onto the next question. Pretty sure nothing can be done about this convoluted process, but all these middle managers talk about work ethics. When it comes to themselves, they are so blindsided that they have no idea what they are doing. Hashtag PM, hashtag product manager. Yeah, man, I can totally relate to you. I've gone through this myself on multiple occasions. Interviews are always going to be a hit or miss situation. Sometimes you just get the luck of the draw and you might just get that bar raiser, or someone who's just going through a rough day, or someone who's just super tired and they just don't want to be there, and they might just rush through the interview and not give you a fair chance. Hopefully those situations are rare, because I think especially at some of the tier 1, tier 2 companies, and I would say just most big companies, there's usually an interview bar for deciding who to actually put on the interview panel. And so I think if they have frequent situations or example where someone is not getting good feedback from the candidates, and people are just not enjoying that interview experience, that person will probably be asked not to be on the panel. But from time to time, these things happen, especially with distractions. I remember I was in an interview and someone was on the phone, or someone was checking his phone in person when I was right in front of them. And, I understand things happen at work. Sometimes you get pinged by your boss or your boss's boss and things are urgent. I understand that. But when you're consistently doing that and you're not giving the other person the respect or the time of day, because they're also taking time out from their day to make time for you and your company, I think that respect should go both ways. But the fact that this does happen in the real world, my advice for you is, just brush it off. Things happen. Make sure what you do is you follow up with the recruiter, and oftentimes HR will send out emails for follow-up feedback, and I do think that they take those things seriously. So if you do have not a good experience and you want to call some of that out, take advantage of that. Also, just let your recruiter know. I think it's up to you to make sure that feedback gets relayed from the recruiting team to the hiring manager, and also to the rest of the panel, because someone who is displaying these behaviors, they need to be accountable too. And so my advice to you would be to just brush it off, acknowledge that it happens. When it does happen in person, in real time, and you're going through it and you're feeling that stress and you want to, just tell that person off, hold back on it. Obviously, you don't want to do anything crazy. And who knows, you still might be able to pass and get past the interview. And sometimes people even do these things on purpose to test you. At Amazon, they have what's called bar raisers, and bar raisers are oftentimes there to stress test you and put you in uncomfortable situations, or to keep digging on a question. Even when you think your answer is sufficient, they'll continue to dig, and just press on you. And sometimes they want to see how you handle that kind of stress. And so just be flexible, adjust, get through it, and just be positive and optimistic throughout the process, because you never know, things might work out in your favor.